Oh. So we'll call that its first pass. So we're back again on the HoBao EPX Semi Truck, and one of the things I'm doing is I'm kind of like just prepping for that OTB kind of, I guess, stock-ish speed test. There were just a couple of things that I wanted to address on this vehicle before I did some speed tests, and it's just, I don't know, it's not anything that I think is a major issue. It's just something that I wanted to address. So with this truck, one of the things that I had noticed is that on compression of the suspension, right, in its stock configuration with its stock wheels, was that I had some trimming issues that I took care of on the front wheel wells, both left and right. I think this side was actually a little bit better than the other side, which is fine now. I did some trimming. I also did some trimming on the left and right forward part of the wheel well, as it was contacting the tire just a slight bit. Now, the other thing that I did is I took my inexpensive heat gun from Harbor Freight, and I applied some heat, and I pulled the body away from the profile of the tire, because the way it was before was that it was sucked in kind of like this right here, revealing a portion of the tire, and I didn't want that. What I wanted is I want the wind to just float past the tire. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, or that I started to do, which it's one of those things where you start doing something, you're like, oh, hey, maybe I should video that. And this is kind of like case in point. This is called fender kind of like flaring or rolling. And it's literally, it's a method that's used by people even right now. Mostly by hackers, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So what you want to do is we're going to set the vehicle on the edge. I'm going to pin the body like it is right now, so that way we don't get any separation. And the intent is to take a device, which I'm going to actually take one of the struts, and I'm going to effectively heat up and roll out that portion of the fender flare, or that portion of the fender well, to actually get it to flare out, if you see what I'm saying. See how, like, when you look at it like this, you can actually get it to flare? So I take a heat gun, and I'm just going to insert this, and I'm just going to basically just roll it so that it flares out that portion of the fender. Because what happened was, when I would compress this, which now it's fine, we would get some body hit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flare that out just a little bit more. And, yeah. Now that we flared it out, we actually did end up overheating it while I was on camera and kind of mess it up a little bit. We'll be able to fix that later. But anyways, we did get it flared out on both the left and right sides. Now let's just pop the pins and toss a battery in. We also have to figure out a way to mount my GPS module. But we're going to be running for the speed test right here in Ovonic, 5200 50C battery. And it'll get the job done. We are running also on its stock, what's that, 15-tooth pinion, I think? So it's stock 15-tooth pinion. Then I've got a bunch of other pinions that we can go ahead and throw in to, I guess, test on 2S the speed or capability of this vehicle and see if this body aerodynamically can actually handle it. And we are going to run it on its stock tires as well, so let's just get it done. We are running the 3652 Easy Run Max 10 setup, which is a 5400 kV motor. We got the Ryan Cavallari branded servo in there from Savox. We also have a Spectrum, I think it's like a 6000, 6-channel receiver with AVC. We are still going to just leave the AVC off. If I think it needs it, I'll throw it on. Just minimal, whatever. I've never used AVC before, so I don't know. Let's give it a shot. So other than the 15-tooth pinion gear that's actually in it, this is what we have to run: a 16, 18, 19, 20, and then 21. The only thing is that I don't know if the vehicle has the ability to run a 21-tooth pinion gear. So, and I mean that by, I guess, sizing availability or motor movement, if there's enough room to actually fit a pinion that big, but we're going to find out. So let's just take this thing out. You can see I got the GPS actually on there right now. It's on there by tape. Couldn't find any Velcro or any other way to stick it on, so we're just going to see what it does. All right, so it looks like we got things rolling. Controller on. Power on the vehicle. And you can see right there, I think you can see registering as focus. What is up with the focus lately? 0. So let's just rip it, see what happens. Focus has been terrible. So I gotta, looks like we gotta adjust the steering trim just a touch. Ho! So we'll call that its first pass. So right now we are looking at, why are we looking at kilometers per hour? There we go. So now we've got it set to focus. Come on, focus. Focus. I don't know if you can see it. It's set to 0 right now, miles per hour. And now we'll do our first rip. Oh! So we'll check and see what that came out as. So that registered as 1. So now we've got it set. Focus. It's registering as 2. We'll clear that out. And then now we'll see what it does. Now the reason for zooming into this area right here is obvious. You can definitely see a loss of traction by the gap between the pavement and the wheel. So you can see right there, I think it's like 41. We'll clear it out. Cleared it out. And we'll try it again. So here we got 42. Clear it out one more time. Try it last shot. So 42 miles per hour is what we're getting. So 42 miles an hour is actually what we're getting on a 15 tooth pinion gear, which is stock. So now we're gonna bump it up and see what happens when we change it out to, we'll change to a 16, just see what happens. All right, now we're back in. Like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch it over to a 16 tooth pinion gear and see incrementally, I guess, what the speed difference is gonna be between the 15 and the 16 tooth. And we'll give it 3 passes. We did get 41 for the first one, and I'm thinking that that was because that was cold. And then obviously everything warmed up, probably allowed it to just get that extra 1 mile per hour. Everything counts. And Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
So who knows? Maybe that might play a part in it. I'm not sure. So I'm sure it plays a part in grip, but then again, who knows? I don't know. Maybe it plays a part in nothing. So all we're going to do is we're just going to basically just take that gear off that's right there, and we are going to replace it with this one right here, which is a 16 tooth 32 pitch. The other thing that I'm going to do too is I will top off the battery. Even though we only did 3 runs, it's just one of those things I kind of want to create the same situation, you know, full topped off battery. We'll do it again, 16 tooth, full topped off battery, 3 passes, and we'll see what happens. So you can see actually on the charger right there, battery wasn't, you know, depleted by any means, but we do want to top it off just so we get our peak run, just to keep things consistently fair. So now what we're going to want to do is we're obviously going to want to grab, I think it was a 2.5. I want to loosen the pinion, which actually is a 2. Yeah, these wrenches are junk. Alright, so we actually can't go as how I had thought. I thought I'd just be able to use the sleeve that actually came with the Hobby Wing motor, but I can't. So what I did end up doing is I just went ahead and went with a 32 pitch 19 tooth pinion gear, because that right now is all I have to fit. And what's happening is obviously the actual width of the gear itself of the piece will not fit within this little area right here, this little notch out for the motor. So you kind of do have to get the correct 32 pitch gears. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. So we're just going to run it with a 19. So we're going from a 15 to a 19. So that is a pretty good jump anyway. And we'll see what the speed will be on a couple of runs. Maybe I might do 4 runs. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just have some fun. So we got it out again. Just going to wait for the GPS to, I guess, lock in on the signal. Give it a few seconds. But maybe what we'll do is we'll do a couple of warm-up runs for now. Oh, there we go. GPS is locked in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of more passes. We are running on 2S. Maybe at the end of this, I'll throw in a 3S battery, and we'll see what it does. Yeah, we're not looking to destroy anything, but we do want to see what this thing will run on a 2S 5200 Ovonic 50C battery, pushing a 19 tooth pinion right now versus the 15 tooth stock. Let's see what we got for speed. If we turn it on first, might help. Make sure nobody's coming either way. Here we go. Definitely seems a little bit faster. Holy smokes. that was the first cold pass. Let's see what we got. So first cold pass, we are at 49 miles per hour. Give it another run. Oh, wow. That felt pretty quick. All right, so warmed up. We just ran 52. Let's just do it again. Clear it out. Whoa. Oh! Definitely need room when you're running 50-something miles an hour. Alright, so that pass right there, looks like we got, focus, 50. We'll run it again. Clear it out. So that pass right there, we got 50, focus, 51. We'll clear it out again. So we got 51 again. Let's just clear it out one more time. Clear it out. Try it one more time, see what we get. Oh, what was that? Seemed like there was a little bit of binding. That time we had 48. Let's try it one more time. So again, we had 50. So we did have a top speed of 51. I'll have to check the footage. Alright, so 49. Maybe the battery's just feeling it. Ho! Alright, so what do we got? 50. So I do have to say, at 49, 50, 51, and 52 miles an hour, it's actually not too bad. 2S on a 19 tooth pinion gear off of stock. So in my opinion, that's actually really not that bad on 2S. Seemed like it worked out all right. Kind of did like an average. You got 50, 51. It did seem to decline as things heated up. So we are running an Ovonic 5200 milliamp battery, which is a 50C. So what I said that I was going to do was I said I was actually going to do some 3S. So since this thing is liking that 19 tooth pinion, let's throw a 3S battery in it and see what it does. The other thing that I do want to check, because we are going to do some 3S runs right now, is we did have what sounded like maybe a little bit of tire separation. We did have kind of a couple of slide offs. We did hit a couple of things, and what I want to do is I want to check the tires to make sure that they're actually adhered to the rims. I suspect we actually do have maybe a tire partially coming off. We'll see. So right now we'll inspect the front. We have a little bit of a pull away right there. You can see. Not too bad though. Let's just take these tires off and check them out. So on those couple of runs that we had done, we could actually see that we were depleting the voltage of the battery. So we are also going to be charging up the Ovonic 8000, which was also a 50C battery, but that is a 3S. So let's just check the charge of that one. Do not charge LiPo batteries in the house. Not a good idea. So that battery is actually focus. What's the matter with this focus here? So that battery, you can actually see, is fully charged and ready to rip. Let's just pull these wheels off and just make sure that everything's all set and make sure that we're actually ready for a 3S run on a 19 tooth pinion. This thing should fly. So we did have a very minimal amount of pull away. It wasn't on the left side wheel, it was actually on the right side wheel, and I'm fairly confident I know why. It's because I have a tendency to turn to the left, which is applying all the force onto that right side when I do slow down. So I think a couple of times when I actually turned to the left, it just was enough to peel away, so we did throw some glue on that wheel. We did tighten up all the nuts. This one right here was very minimally loose, so we cranked that down a little bit. This one was totally fine. We gave it a little touch anyway. We did check belt tension, which belt tension wise, it does feel good, because so now that we're going to be throwing 3S power to this thing, you kind of want to make sure that everything is, I guess you want to say, all set. So things are locked down, things are clamped down. What is that, dirt? Things are clamped down, things are locked down. It's ready to rip on 3S with a 19 tooth pinion, and we'll see what it can do. Hopefully we don't strip the belt. This point blank, in my opinion, this is now pushing the RC beyond its limits. So let's just do it. Now, it's all set up for the hard pack, and what we're doing is we are putting a 3S soft pack 8,000 milliamp 3S battery in it right now, and you can see that there's a little adjustment that's right here that we can make, and we can take this and slide it up against the pack so that the pack doesn't move further in towards the belt, or take those wires and slide them in towards the belt, which is something we don't want. And that's accomplished by unloosening these two screws right here and sliding that forward till it hits the pack. Now we can take that little slide and slide it in closer to the battery as far as it goes, which you can see now it's actually contacting the battery. Now we can go ahead and tighten this up. There we go. So now this thing is actually ready to rip on 3S. Focus. Come on. So now that we did change it over to a 3S battery, we're kind of just going over things, making sure no wires are going to be contacting any moving parts. Yeah, this thing is going to push some serious power, and the only thing that I'm hoping that it doesn't blow its belt. So, but we'll see. Belt can't be too expensive. Alright, so we are back out here. Again, we're just waiting for the GPS to actually lock onto the satellite, which should only take a couple of seconds. We are now running on 3S with a 19 tooth pinion. And, yeah, I to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous for this thing. On 3S, 19 tooth. So, we'll see what it does. Like I said, you know, what's the worst thing that could happen? You know, hopefully it'll hold together. But the worst thing that could probably happen, in my opinion, is probably blowing a belt. And obviously with the 3S, we are going to, like, you know, go easy with the throttle. Man, the thing's going to rip. I know it's going to rip. It's just, yeah, let's just do it. All right, well, let's just see what this thing can do. I've never used it, but I almost wonder if I should turn AVC on. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've never used AVC before, but let's just go. Let's see what it does. Wow. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to have to turn on AVC. Holy crap. Already. That's insane. Whoa, holy crap. Now that wasn't even full throttle. I actually could not full throttle it. That's only registering 38. There's no way. All right. So I'm going to turn AVC on just a touch. See what happens. Does it actually work? Yeah, it actually does a little bit. Oh, that was a bad one. Oh, that was bad. That hit the lip. How did that hit the lip and get no damage? Are you kidding me? What? No way. Dude, that hit the lip. Yeah, I don't know if I like AVC. Holy Christ. That was 59, and I was not even full throttle. Oh my God. How am I gonna do this? I don't know. I literally don't even know if I've got enough room to do this. All right, let's just go. I don't have enough room. Oh my God. Something was humming. Something was humming. Wicked. All right. So now that's saying 60. Something was humming, man. You know what I think is happening? I think we're getting belt vibration. But it settled out before, so let's see what happens again. Holy crap! Oh my God! See what we got this time. Oh my goodness! Oh, we're smelling something here. Something is hitting. I think our tires are ballooning. Oh, look at that! We do have tire separation. All right, so we got tire separation on 3S. Oh my God! Look at all the rubber pieces. Oh! Wow! Yes, right in there. All right, we're gonna take it inside. So you can see so far we have a max speed of 60 on 3S. And the tires are literally just, let's take this off. So the tires are actually ballooning to the point, or separating. You know what probably happened, I guess. You can see AVC's working, that's nuts. AVC is funny to me. So we did have some, come on, focus in on it. So you can see right there, we do have some tire separation. So we're gonna take this thing inside and throw some more glue on, and oh, look at that. Oh, all right, let's just go in. The thing is, holy crap. So 60 miles per hour so far. So kind of what I had suspected in the beginning was that these tires, these stock tires, they're designed to support a certain amount of speed, a certain amount of terrain, and what we just did to it, you can see, I think right there, you can see we were getting some separation here. So let's just pop this top off, and we actually did get up to 60 miles per hour, which is pretty good. But what we're having is a tire ballooning issue. So obviously these tires are not designed to go in excess of speeds over, I'm going to say like maybe what, 50, and we were hearing something, but nothing near what we heard when we hit 60. But we did get up to 60 miles an hour, at least confirmed on the GPS. I'll have to go through the footage to see. I'll have to go through the footage to see if we... Alexa, be quiet. I'll have to go through the footage to see if we actually did reach 62. I can't remember. I was trying to actually pay more attention to the car. And for the first time, we actually did turn AVC on, because at those speeds, yeah, we actually did need it. The AVC was only turned up to, I don't know what the percentage is, but whatever the percentage of the dial is right there, that's what we turned AVC up to, and it seemed to be good for what this thing is. So the other thing that we had noticed was beyond that, we actually did get some tire separation on the inside of the wheel. Now, one of the things that I don't know is, I don't know if from that crazy impact that this thing went through on that first massive speed run that we just did, we are going to go through, we are going to check the RC. Let's just check it right now for tightness, just to see how things are. Front end feels mint, at least that does. Granted, the tire, being separated, that feels mint. Got a little play in here. We'll have to check that out. So it looks like we got a little bit of play on that ball link right there, which we'll square that away. We got a little bit of axle slop, which is fine. That's no big deal. The front, as to be expected, same front and rear. So belt wise, ooh, what do we see there? Is that dirt? See what I'm seeing there? I think that's pine needles. So I think in there what I'm seeing is pine needles. Funny thing is it looks the same color as the belt, but yeah, that's got to be. Oh, and we also lost the belt. Oh, the belt jumped off. All right, so the belt actually jumped off. So that probably was part of what we were hearing. We probably were actually hearing the actual vibration of the belt as well. Oh, man. All right, so you know what that means. That means we're going to glue the tire, that front tire. We're going to check the other tires, most likely just the fronts. We're going to put that belt back underneath that tensioner pulley and maybe just adjust the tensioner just a little bit tighter because the belt actually flew off. And I don't know if it flew off from the accident. So those are the unknowns. So I just want to get a quick look at the actual battery itself, just to see what was drained out of that 3S pack on those few runs that we did. So I'll kick it on to cell. Not too bad. So we didn't really drain nothing. I mean, on an 8,000 pack, probably shouldn't expect that we would have anyway, but we're just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it for now. Just kind of let it do its thing. Give it a start. Keep it on an individual cell, and we'll just re-top that battery right off. Now what we'll do is we'll take off the driver's side front wheel or the right side front wheel, and we will re-glue this one back into place. Yeah, it came off a good amount. So that's how much it actually came off. So let's just throw that back in that groove. We'll check. Yeah, we actually did get some more separation on the front here. Oh, we got sand in there. All right, well, let's just take this tire completely off. Let's just take care of this.